What's up guys, it's me, Jeremy. Just before I start, I want to give a big shout out. So if you want to skip it, go to the time shown on the screen right now, or alternatively, click on the annotation that I'll be adding in. Anyways, I want to give a huge shout out to my brand new and first real sponsor, LearnToLeague.com. Now these guys are really awesome. They're forming a League of Legends guide community involving myself, some top tier Challenger and Diamond 1 players, as well as trusted YouTubers like Valkyrin and LoL, with the goal of providing some very specific and in-depth guides for everyone. So they'll be having a lot of top-notch exclusive content and some solid forums that all of the content creators will be taking a big part in. And overall, this deal that I have with them will definitely help improve the quality of my videos and make everyone happier overall. So if you could do me a solid and check them out using the link in the description, that would be awesome. Anyways, this is a guide for the tactic of re-engaging. Let's get started. Now, I found re-engaging to actually be one of the most powerful ways to start a fight in League. This is due to the fact that it catches your opponents off guard and is a very unexpected way to start a fight, since if you're re-engaging, that means you very recently disengaged, causing your opponent to either chase you down or think that a fight was not possible. You turn on them when they don't expect it for a powerful fight initiation. Re-engages happen after your opponents have used their resources, so they often have nothing left that they can use to counter your re-engage, which sets you up for an optimal fight. When it comes to re-engaging, it can be a little bit difficult, and it's different for skirmishes and actual team fights too. For skirmishes or fights in lane, re-engaging successfully is more about baiting your opponent to chase you. It's fairly easy to disengage these types of fights, so you want to bait your opponent into overextending by having them chase you. Do your best to look vulnerable, and if your opponent already has some sort of confidence, it's not that hard, as when you bait a chase, you just kind of run away slowly, do no damage to them until you re-engage, where you instantly turn on them and they might try to back out, but by then it's probably too late. The key thing here when baiting a chase is to make it look like you're not going to escape. Pause or run in zigzags for no reason to slow down your movement speed and deliberately get hit by skill shots in order to aid that bait. And then once in a position to fight, turn it around and jump on your opponents. In the teamfight phase, it's actually much harder to disengage a fight. So if you want to go for re-engage, what you need to do is kite the situation until you set up something that is optimal. It's very similar for baiting a chase, just that you aren't getting as close as you normally would. When you re-engage in a skirmish, it's to try to get your opponents to be out of position. But when you re-engage in a team fight, it's more about engaging a fight that your opponents have already started, but you manage to set up a kite. After you have kited your opponent for a decent amount of time and have gotten some damage off, this is where most teamfight re-engages happen. A mediocre fight starts, you kite it out until the fight is no longer mediocre, and then you jump in like you would engage a normal fight. However, most re-engages aren't really set up. They just kind of happen. What you need to do is recognize opportunities for a re-engage. The biggest thing to look for to start a re-engage is the status of the fight and the available resources of the opponent, mostly the cooldowns and the health that the players have. A significant swing of either in your favor sets up an optimal situation for a re-engage. Maybe you kited the opponents down and did some solid damage to them, maybe they missed a huge skill shot while chasing you, or maybe they used some major ultimates with minor results on your team. All three of these would be optimal situations for a re-engage, and are definitely the most common causes of a re-engage. Most re-engages happen very fast with little planning, so you need to see those opportunities and follow up immediately, as re-engages do require some team coordination, so you have to re-engage as a team. I recommend pinging or doing at least something to alert your team before a re-engage, just so that they know what is going to happen. And you should know too that the biggest thing that causes a failure in a re-engage is where there's a lack of communication or someone on the team re-engaging doesn't expect it or doesn't want to. So make sure that your team is on the same page with a simple on my way ping at the opponents when re-engaging. That being said, you should also watch out for being on the receiving end of a re-engage. If there's a significant swing in either your cooldowns or health, expect a re-engage from your opponents, as it is a somewhat common tactic that a decent amount of players may not understand perfectly, but they're definitely used to performing. Overall, most re-engages happen when you're being chased down and set up an optimal kite long enough for the situation to change in your favor. Act on those re-engages, and you can set up some awesome fights. My name is Jeremy, and that's it for my video on re-engaging. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to check out some of my others on the screen right now. I'd love it if you could support me with a like, and make sure to subscribe for some more awesome content in the future if you enjoyed this video. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.